Hey guys, I am one of the people in the world that was given dreams and stuff in these like end days. I eventually learned what all these meant, but in the beginning, I didn't really understand, like what these things even meant. I was just being given the information, and like all this these things that have happened. I didn't understand what was what does this really mean in the larger term of things. Uh, but I guess just for now, there's one, you know, Lord's like instance, I guess, that like really did like settle weird with me. I'm not settled weird, but like just like I feel like I definitely need to share this one because I like so much stuff I need to give you guys. I was dreaming one night, and at the very end of my dream, you know how like you can't really remember anything else about the dream except for like maybe sometimes the last part of it. I was dreaming, and the very end of it, it was like I heard like look up female urinary system or something like that, star system, and it was like look up what the female urinary star system is. And I looked it up like as soon as I woke up. I was like, wow, how did I remember that? And it was almost like looked this up. I went got on my phone, just like flipped right to it. I looked it up, and it's Cassiopeia, pronounced right. And I was like, okay, that's awesome, that's crazy. If you look at Cassiopeia, it's kind of like a stars going like dot 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 dot, like kind of like a W. And if you've paid attention to anything, that two arrows down is definitely not good. Definitely not good. But I don't mean to go on a tangent. But to wrap it up, Jonathan Kleck definitely teaching the right thing. Definitely teaching what the Bible is really trying to say. What God is really trying to convey through his messengers. Like, even if the messengers don't know what they were saying, or what they were really representing, if they were doing something physical and representing something spiritual, even if they didn't know, necessarily what they were doing during that, God still gave it to them as a task to like, hopefully save someone. It's never for just plain that feeling of, oh, I dread having to share this, I dread having to do this. It's because he loves you, because he wants other people to feel peace just like you have, which is awesome. But definitely more testimonies coming soon, hopefully. And the weird thing is, you would think that the W shape had anything to do with the urinary tract, and like, what does it have to do with anything related to urinary tract of the female body? Anything related to the female body. That's where it like comes back around, and you realize that it's related to the Bible, and everything's related to the Bible. Like, you ever see anything out there and it's like something's wrong about this, it's because it's something very spiritual, and it's something you might not be able to discern yet. But that's what it was. Cassiopeia, a W. The premise of this: a W, an arrow down, an arrow down. Female, exactly what Jonathan Kleck has been teaching. When you dig into the meaning of Cassiopeia as well, you realize that it's based also on a queen, like the Bible verse, like talking about the queen of the south, aka Satan, which is female energy, which is, I'm not trying to take away anything, but I've been given, information, like it aligns with exactly perfectly, exactly perfectly, like directly, exactly perfectly straight up with Jonathan Kleck's teachings.